Alright, welcome back to Demon Bluff. Let's do Ascension 3 this time. There are two evils among all characters. Find and kill them. These two right here. We reveal the first card to find the alchemist. He says he cured 0 corruptions. Corruptions is something that makes the villagers, the good guys, lie. Open this. It's the Oracle. The Oracle will tell you which out of 1 or 2 characters is a specific minion role. You're saying that either number 4 or number 5 is a witch, unless you're lying. So we have a witch here, or a witch here, or you're lying. Card number 3 shows the Empress. 1 is evil, 1, 6, or 2, unless you're lying, in which case they're all good. 1, 6, or 2, or you could be lying. Card number 4, also the witch makes it so I can't reveal all the cards. I can pick 3 characters and learn how many of them are evil with the Jester. Save that for later. Closest evil is counterclockwise, unless you're lying. Number 6 over here, another Jester. One of you two is the bad one. The Empress is saying that you might be the bad one. The Oracle is saying that you might be the bad one. And we can't reveal card number 7 because there's a witch on the board. The outcasts are the yellow cards, villagers are the purple, red is the demons and minions, and we don't see any yellow cards on the board, which means there is a outcast right here. And they're always good, unless somebody's pretending to be them. And it's either going to be you or you. Wait. The drunk disguises as a random not-in-play villager. I am corrupted and I lie. I cannot be cured. But you are good, though. So any single one of these villagers could actually be the drunk. Which means one of these could be the drunk and not one of the bad guys. No, random not-in-play villager. So you don't duplicate. So one of these is the bad guy. Or this could be the plague doctor corrupting somebody. I need to use your guys' ability to find some information. Here's the thing. You're telling me out of these 1, 2, 3 over here that there's either 1 evil or 0 evil. If I were to use one of you guys to also test these 3 over here, perhaps that could give me some more information? Well, if you both just say 0 or 1, then that gives me no information. It's so hard to get useful information out of you. I'm not sure every situation in this game is solvable here in the play test. I think sometimes you might need to guess. Among 1, 2, and 3, you're saying there's 1 evil, which might be a truth or a lie. I want you to also test 1, 2, and 3. Among 1, 2, 3, there are 0 evils, okay. Which means it's either 0 or 1 evils among here, not 2. I think we just have to guess. We got them. Now I can reveal this because you're the witch. Fortune teller. Pick 2 characters, learn if any are evil. Which means you were telling the truth. Go ahead and clean this board up a bit over here. You're a truth teller. Which means you, I think, are probably good, right? Yeah, you're good too. Which means you're also good. Right? So you have to be, which means you're good and you're good, which means you're the bad one. There we go. I think I might have got a lucky guess in that first one. We unlock the Shaman and the Bishop. Game start if there are 2 same villager roles in the current village. Oh, there just are 2 same villager roles, okay. Bishop will learn up to 3 characters. Among them are 1 villager, 1 outcast, 1 evil if possible. Use gain information. And we have Puka and Shaman here. So we will have duplicate villager roles just by default. Plus you guys duplicating more. And the you will make villagers next to you be corrupted and lie. And the doppelganger will pretend to be a good villager currently placed. There's going to be a lot of duplicates. Trying to get through 7 villages for Ascension 3, then we may try Ascension 4 after that, depending on how long this takes. There's only 1 pair of evil, meaning that there's only 2 evils that are like right next to each other, if you're telling the truth. Jester over here, I can use you to check for information. Oracle number 1 or 2 is a Shaman. You're lying. Wait, no. You're not lying. I was thinking Shaman was a role over here. Shaman's over here. So you're telling me that the minion Shaman is one of these 2. Okay. So you're casting sus on these. Another Oracle, but you're casting the same sus over here. And the thing is, we're guaranteed to have 2 duplicate villagers because of you, and it could just be those 2, which would mean they're both good. But if they were both the same duplicates, they would be pointed to the same place. So one of you 2 is bad. These are not the ones that were duplicated by you because they're one of them's lying, right? Unless they're corrupted. That's true. They could both be good, but be corrupted by Puka. There are no corrupted characters. I think that's a lie because Puka is guaranteed to corrupt characters, which means you are either corrupted yourself or you are evil. If you are corrupted, That means you could easily be Puka, and you could be Puka. Puka being the one that corrupts the ones next to them. Got a jester over here, so there's no duplicate. Keep in mind the doppelganger is a thing, but the doppelganger would tell the truth. Number 7, we have another jester, okay. So of you 3, I mean, it is technically possible for you to duplicate the jester and have them both be good, and then a doppelganger copies a jester, and then 2 of you guys could be pretending to be other things, right? So it could be 2 jesters, good ones, and then you. So technically, they could all be good. And the judge, learn they're lying. I could have the jesters all 3 check themselves and check for inconsistencies, see if that helps. There are 0 evils, you say? And let's have you also check all 3 jesters. There are 0 evils. The 2 of you are agreeing. Now, it is technically possible there could be 1 good jester, and then both of you are pretend to be jesters. So let's have you check as well and check for information. All 3 of you are saying there are 0 evils, which makes me think this might be the scenario where we have 2 good jesters, because you do, like, you copy a good jester as your ability, and then you lie in disguise as whatever else. And then a doppelganger. I think we have 2 good jesters and a doppelganger. You guys are all good, which is crazy to think. And also, you somehow have managed to avoid getting hit with Puka, because Puka can only corrupt 1 of you based on your positioning. Unless 2 of you are evil and Puka corrupted the good one, and then the 2 evil ones are lying. So either you're all lying or you're all bad. Okay, so I guess it's one of these. Yeah, Puka could be right here corrupting you, and so you're lying and saying there's 0, and then you could be, well, no, because Puka would need to be one of the battles. I think you're all good. I think you're all good. You're saying that there's only 1 pair of evil. You might be telling the truth, and it could be Puka over here corrupting you, which makes sense why you're saying there's no corrupted characters. And then this could be the other bad one, just spreading me misinformation. What if you check, see if they're lying? Number 4 is lying. I'm inclined to believe you, and that's Puka. It was Shaman, actually, which is interesting. But you're saying number 2 or 1 is a Shaman, but the Shaman is over here. So you're lying as well, which you would think would make you Puka. Villagers adjacent to me are corrupted if possible, but you're the doppelganger, and the doppelganger can't be corrupted because they're an outcast, not a villager. And you're telling the truth, you're not corrupted, there are no baddies. And you're Puka. And, okay, interesting, nobody was corrupted at all. Okay. New character unlocked, the Puppeteer. Game start, random adjacent villager becomes a puppet if possible. It's evil, but cannot lie. Ooh, so now we have new possibilities. Evil characters that tell the truth. This game is getting so difficult. So we can have evil villagers. So we can have evil villagers now. Which means we'll have 3 bad guys, and you will make, if you have an adjacent villager, which you probably will, 4 bad guys. But one of the bad guys will tell the truth. And you make an extra outcast. So instead of 5 villagers, when we just have 3, because 1 will turn evil and 1 will turn to an outcast. So we only have like 3 good villagers, right? I mean, we'll have 4, but 1 will be evil. But you'll have duplicates. This is gonna be a crazy one. This game gets so complicated. No corrupted characters. Does anybody cast corruption here? Doppelganger does not. Wretch does not. You... Okay, so you're telling the truth. So you're telling the truth, but it is possible for you to be an evil puppet telling the truth. Which means I need a new way of, like, marking over here, so I'll put you down for... You're telling the truth, but you could still be bad. Anybody telling the truth could still be bad. Because the little Puppeteer, another bard, which means one of you 2 is one of these 3 guys over here, or the doppelganger. No corrupted characters. Also telling the truth. You could just be a good bard. You could be a bard and a doppelganger. Confessor, I am dizzy. Which means, if they say I'm dizzy, that means they're evil or corrupted. If they said I am good, it means they're good. So, you are attempting to lie, but you kind of can't. Which means you are either bad or... I mean, there's no corruption, so you're just bad, right? And you're not the puppet, because the puppet wouldn't lie, right? So you're just bad, and you're the counselor. And the counselor is always going to be next to an outcast. It turns a villager into an outcast role. So you're next to an outcast for sure. Is there an outcast right over here? There is. So you're the wretch. Is it possible for you to be next to two outcasts? Possibly. This could still be the doppelganger. It is also possible for bad guys to pretend to be outcasts. So this could be a bad guy, pretending to be the wretch. Judge. Okay. Going. Confessor. I am dizzy. Same logic as you. Just kind of getting a freebie over here. And we get you. Minion. Okay. It's easy. The confessor it's a good one. Two judges. Either two of them could be a doppelganger or a bad guy in there. Medium. Number 1 is a real doppelganger. I could see that. I could believe that. And over here, Hunter. I'm 3 cards away from closest evil. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That could be true, or you could be lying. There could be evil closer, or there could be evil over here. So who is left? The Puppeteer and their minion is what's left. And there will be 2 outcasts. We've seen the wretch. The doppelganger's over here. So there's a doppelganger here, or there's a doppelganger over here. I don't know if I can trust you or not. You could be lying. You could be a bad guy, and you could be a puppet or something. I have 2 judges. Easy way to tell if judges are lying is to have them both check somebody we already know. We already know. So you're saying I'm dizzy, which means you're lying. Check you. Number 6 is lying. You're telling the truth. And do I need to check both of them? You're telling the truth. Oops, didn't mean to click that. You're telling the truth. Now the thing is, you could be an evil puppet who is forced to tell the truth. And check you as well. You are lying. So you, sir, are a liar, pants on fire. And if you were an evil puppet, you would tell the truth. So you, sir, if I can get out of this, hold on. Don't do that. You cannot be the puppeteer because, or you can't be the puppet. You could be the puppeteer. I guess that P doesn't really do a lot for us because puppeteer, same letter. If you're lying, so they're lying. Okay, gotta think for a second here. They are clearly lying because they were not telling the truth. They were lying, disguising. So you're lying. Who lies here? That's still alive. You're dead. You're dead. The puppet cannot lie. So the only liar left on the board is the puppeteer. You're the puppeteer. What? I'm confused here. So I'm guessing you're the puppeteer? No. That doesn't make sense. Number 6 is saying the truth. They were not saying the truth. They said they are dizzy. Maybe the confessor... no, you said they're lying over here. I'm so confused. I lost 5 health for that, which means you were a good guy. But how are you a good guy? Random adjacent villager becomes a puppet if possible. It's evil, but cannot lie. You weren't a puppet because you lied. I don't understand this. Is this a bug? They were lying. You said they're saying the truth, which means you were a liar. A proper judge, not a liar. There's no corruption on the board. So what could make you lie other than being a bad guy? Maybe puppets do lie and the text is wrong here? It's evil but cannot lie. Maybe it does lie. Something here's not adding up. Are you the doppelganger? So you were a good one. So that means you're either a bad guy or a doppelganger. Well, maybe it's you. It was you. Okay. Before we go to the next one, let's try and figure this out. I don't understand. The puppeteer is here, which means if you made a puppet, it would have been the wretch. So nobody's putting corruption on the board. So you were not affected by the puppeteer. You were not a puppet. You're not a puppeteer. You're not this. So you were just an honest judge. Okay. Now I get it. What's going on here is the confessor. The confessor, you know, the one that says, I am good or I am dizzy. Even when they say I am dizzy, it's telling the truth. And I'm just being dumb. I thought I am dizzy meant they're lying. Okay, so I got it now. That's me being silly. The information was clearly there. Dreamer, pick one character, learn an evil role. If evil picked, learn correct info. Okay, so we click somebody and we find out. What do we have? Puka, so there could be some corruption. Puppeteer, so somebody could be, a villager can be evil but telling the truth. Drunk, they can be disguised. A lot of disguising ones. Okay, complicated. Over here. Hunter, I'm one card away from closest evil. Unless you are corrupted or evil yourself. Oracle, number 4 or number 2 is a Puppeteer. You're like self-reporting there, really. So you're casting Sus over here. I'm one card away from closest evil. A Puppeteer would not self-report. Puppeteer lies. And if they're saying number 2 or 4 is a Puppeteer, that'd be telling the truth. So, if an Oracle self-reports, is that just giving you free information that, like, they're telling the truth? Could be corrupted, right? But that still would have them be good. Unless they've been turned into evil. Because they could be an evil puppet telling the truth, right? That this is the Puppeteer. So actually, I don't know if that's information. I don't know if that's enough to go by. I cured 0 corruptions. So you say, Dreamer, pick 1, okay. You, Slayer, pick a character if evil picked, execute it. Over here, number 4 is good. Alright, vouching for them. Judge. Hunter, I'm 2 cards away from close evil, so you're saying it's either them or them. Over here we have evils are not adjacent to each other. There are 3 evils. We're also, I see no outcasts on the board. There should be 2. Which makes sense. We've got a doppelganger and a drunk. Oh, okay, remember, the drunk is corrupted and lies. That's so complicated. So the drunk is basically a good villager that lies. And you're a good villager that tells the truth. We have duplicates here. One of you will be the doppelganger. Guaranteed. So, you could be the doppelganger, or you could be the doppelganger. You disguise as a good keyword, good villager currently in play. So you won't disguise as whatever you're copying. Like, if this is true, and like the game's not bugged or something, we know that the like one of you is doppelganger and the other has to be good, and it won't be a puppet. So they maybe one or both of them could be corrupted, but they're both good. So we know you're both good. One of you could be lying maybe, but you're both good. Which narrows down who we'd want you to check. Who could the Oracle be? Because you're giving good information. Could be the drunk, Puppeteer, or Puka. Or an actual Oracle. You could be good and lying, or you could be evil and lying, or you could be a puppet that's evil and telling the truth. So like you could be anything. You could be anything. You could be good telling the truth. You could be good lying. You could be evil telling the truth. You could be evil lying. You could be literally any combination. Now, if you self-report, does it narrow down the possibilities of what you could be? Number 4 or 2 is a Puppeteer. If you are a Puppeteer, that would be you telling the truth. If one of these is the Puppeteer, and you say one is the Puppeteer, that'd be you telling the truth. So you can't be the Puppeteer. So P-R, Puppeteer, you know, P and the R is not, you can't be the Puppeteer. That narrows it down a little bit, maybe. You cured 0 corruptions, that means nothing. You could be corrupted yourself. You're saying 4 is good. If I could try to execute somebody... Now, the thing is, if you're evil, then it doesn't really give me information. I could try to do this on you. Oh, we got lucky! We just took a guess there, frankly. We got lucky. So you were telling the truth. Good to know. You were telling the truth. I think that's just a lucky guess, honestly. I think sometimes this game, you just gotta like take a 50-50 and hope for the best. You cured 0 corruptions. I mean, you're gone. I think you're telling the truth because, well, I mean, you're telling the truth doesn't necessarily mean you're good, right? Yeah, truth doesn't necessarily mean good anymore. Yeah, I need to distinguish. I used it for up until this point in the game, it was, you know, truth meant guaranteed good. Not anymore, because, you know, Puppeteer. Yeah, Puppeteer made somebody evil. One of these 2 is the puppet. Can the puppet actually use this guy's ability? Maybe. Both telling the truth. One of you guys could be the puppet. 4 is good is a lie. So you are lying. We know vaguely where the doppelganger is. Haven't found the drunk. We found Puppeteer. Need to find Puka. I don't know why, but I feel like you might be Puka. What would make you lie? Could be the drunk. Could be Puka. Could be next to Puka. Here's the thing. You're telling the truth. You can't be a puppet, so yeah, we know you're good. Can I use your ability now? You're dead. I can still use your ability. That's huge, because you were the dreamer. I can still use their ability. That's good. Learn an evil roll if evil picked. Learn correct info. Does that work on puppets? Can I narrow down who the puppet is? Does it matter? I mean, you'll lie because you're them. I mean, at some point I need to narrow down which one it is. Let's just try it on you. Number 3 could be Puka. If evil picked, learn correct info. Hence, if not lying, Wretch looks like a cabbage to me, still can't unsee that dream. Weird. But if evil picked, learn correct info. And they're saying, could be Puka. But you're lying because you're the bad guy, which means you're not Puka. It means you're the puppet? Yeah. I'm guessing you're the puppet? We got you. Okay, yeah, you're the puppet. Gotcha, okay. Which means you are just good, right? Because Puka would lie here. Alright. So you are just, good. Now we just need to find Puka. You cured 0 corruption, so Puka's not here. We know that because of these. Where'd Puka be? I mean, you're lying. What would make you lie? Drunk or Puka. So either you're the drunk or Puka's right here. I could check to see if the judge is lying. I killed evil at number 4. You did, because you're telling the truth. We know you're lying, so you should say they're lying, right? Number 4 is lying. So you're telling the truth. You are a truth teller over here, which means you're not Puka. You are not Puka, and you are not the drunk. It means you're just good. And if, which means you've got to be the drunk. You are the drunk. Maybe I should say the yellow for like outcast rather than other stuff. I think you're Puka. You're Puka, corrupting both of them. Yep, there it is. Good. Another one done. We're doing great. Witness. Learn a character that's affected by an evil ability. Interesting. Puka again, so that'll be 2 corrupted. Poisoner, possibly 3 corrupted. Okay. And then you'll be hiding as 3 people. Interesting. We have the scout. Minion is 2 cards away from closest evil. But there's potentially 2 or 3 corrupted people around here, so we'll see. Empress. 1 is evil, 6, 7, or 5. Nice thing about Empress is either 1 is evil or none are evil, which narrows things for us. 6, 7, or 5. We'll dot here, maybe. We'll dot here. We'll dot here. Best I can. With this really wonky drawing tool. I'm glad to hear it all. These like kind of slapped in real quick. Pick 2 characters, learn A is evil. Scouts. We have 2 scouts. We have no doppelganger, so... yeah, nobody that duplicates villagers, so one of those 2 is bad. One of you 2 is a bad guy. Bombardier is just guaranteed to be a good outcast unless we see another one on the board. Here we have a judge. We have the lover. They say no evils adjacent to them. And we have the oracle. So you are guaranteed good. You are good. And whether you're corrupt or not doesn't matter because you don't actually like say or do anything. Apart from like, you know, make me lose if I take you out, which I won't do. 9 or 6 is a minion. Well, you're accusing 6 of being a minion, which they're not. Or yourself being a minion. Which is an interesting combination to say. I think you're corrupted. Because if you are a minion... Wait, is there a demon available? Because you could be a demon saying it's a minion, which would in fact be a lie. So you could be Puka lying, saying that yourself is a minion, when you're actually a demon. Or you could be one of these 2. Well, you can't be these 2, because they have to lie, and saying that they're a minion would be true, so it's not those 2. So over there it's either Puka or corrupted. Probably they'll start like Puppeteer, it's hard to write their things like they're just P for everybody. Guess I can put a Puka, you're going to either be a K for Puka or a C for corrupted. You're either corrupted or Puka. You're saying no evils adjacent to you. You could be corrupted, saying that, or you could be, if this is corrupted, you could just be telling the truth. If this is Puka, you'd be lying, so that doesn't really narrow our information down at all. We know one of you guys is a baddie. Need to use some abilities here. Pick 1 character if evil picked, execute it. I could use that on this. If it's Puka, they just go away. If not, we know it's corrupted, or it's Puka and you're a bad guy, which doesn't really narrow it down. You're saying one of these 3, 6, 7, or 5. Which, you know, considering that you guys are duplicates, could easily be you. Pick 2 characters to learn if any of them is evil. Unless you're lying is a problem. Is this like I need to guess with the Slayer kind of scenario? Just guess with the Slayer? I couldn't kill 9, which either means they are corrupted, or you are a bad guy. What if I were to check to see if the 2 of you are evil? Is 9 or 2 evil? False. So, that could easily be corrupted, and, you know, not a bad guy, not evil, and, you know, telling the truth. Or it could be you're Puka, you're a bad guy, and you're a liar. I'm just gonna guess it's your Puka. You were corrupted, crap. I think just 50-50s are kind of what you gotta do. So you, sir, are indeed a truth teller, and you were indeed corrupted. If you're corrupted, that means you are next to either Puka or the Poisoner. So one of you 2 is Puka or the Poisoner, or possibly both. I'm inclined to think you're telling the truth. Are you corrupted? If you're corrupted, you would have lied about not... You're not corrupted. I mean, this could be Poisoner. No evil's adjacent to you. One of you 2 is evil. I'm gonna go for you. Yeah, it just seemed likely because duplicate here. You're corrupted by somebody. So you're Puka. The interesting thing is Puka corrupted you, but you're still telling the truth that you couldn't kill number 9. Which is weird. Maybe it's one of these things where they can't lie about it because, well, we can see that they failed to kill it? I don't know. Or maybe this... Effectively, the Slayer can't get corrupted. Because he should be saying, I killed number 9, when he didn't. So that's just good to know that the Slayer can't be corrupted. I think that might be a bug in the game that should be probably fixed. Only 1 more corruption on the board. Which means you have to be good because, well, one of you was real, right? Now, you could still be bad. You could be the Poisoner, bad, corrupting them into telling a lie. So which means, if you're the bad guy, you tell a lie. I need you to tell me something obvious. Who is lying? Obviously, Puka is lying. You should say that they're lying. You have just told me the truth. You are a truth teller. Poisoner lies. You lie. You lie. So you're telling me the truth, and you are not corrupted. Which means you're good. Which means you're good. Which means you're lying. You're lying. They're all good. They're all good. You're lying. Which means one of you is the bad. Which one is the bad? You could... Oh, maybe the reason you... What? Oh, which one is it? It's one of you... It's... How do I tell? So you're lying. You could be corrupted, or you could be the Poisoner. But are there like 2 more to find? Yeah, there's the minion as well. So out of the 3 of you... I think there's like multiple baddies in here. Is number 2 or evil false? Odds are you are either lying because you're a bad guy, or lying because you're corrupted. Like, that's very likely. Which means you are lying, and then one of these 2 is evil. So you're probably evil? Yes, you're evil. And I think whether you're corrupted or evil, you just can't lie about you couldn't kill number 9, I guess. So, the Slayer, they always tell the truth about I couldn't kill the guy or not. Regardless if they're good or bad or evil, okay? Now we're just down to a 50-50, I think, here. Because I have no other way of gleaning more information. Like, I mean, maybe... Minion is 3 cards away from closest evil. Do you mean minion as like the name minion? Or do you mean minion as in, like, the class minions? 3 cards away from closest evil. Well, this minion is 1 away from this minion, which is a lie. You're corrupted. Wait, how... Wait. You corrupt them and them, but they can't because they're evil. Who is corrupted here among the 2 of you? Wait, is it possible for both of you to be evil and there just was no scouts at all? I haven't seen that yet, but maybe it's possible for both of them to pick a scout that wasn't in play and they're both scouts. And this is the Poisoner that made you tell a lie, and you're telling the truth. Because if you're the Poisoner, how would you be affecting both of them? I think it's you. It was you! Okay, that's good to know. Didn't know that was possible. You can have, like, there's 2 of this villager and they're just both evil ones pretending to be it. I think that's the first time I've seen that. Poet learn random info, okay. Need to beat this village and one more to beat this Ascension. Doing better than I thought. Do we heal between villages? I think we do, which means you just get one free 50-50 per village. It's good to know. Poisoner, Puka. Oh, again with the 3 possible corruptions and a Plague Doctor, so 4 possible corruptions. Okay. That's a bit rough. Give it a whirl. 4 or 8 is a twin minion. You are accusing 4 over here. Draw a bit. And 8. You're accusing those. The draw function's weird. Like, you click here and, like, the dot appears, like away from it. Needs work, but it's better than nothing. Over here, there are 2 pairs of evil, so what you're saying is that, like, there's, you know, 2 evil next to each other here, 2 evil next to each other over here. Or it could be that there's 3 in a row, and here's 1 pair, and then here's 1 pair. If that's how the game works? Because there's only 3 evils here, right? Or you're just lying saying there's 2 pairs, right? I'm not sure how the game counts to pairs. Can you pairs overlap? Close evils clockwise. I mean, if this is evil, that'll check out. 3 corruptions, though. Pay attention to that. Plague Doctor. So you're good unless I see another Plague Doctor. Poet. There's only 1 pair of evil. So you 2 are contradicting each other. So one of you's bad or a liar. Corrupted. I'm 3 cards away from closest evil. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You could be corrupted, or you could be lying, or you could be lying. Poet. Between 4, 2, and 6, there is villager, outcast, and minion. Unless you're corrupted or evil. In which case, that doesn't tell me a whole lot of anything. I mean, there is an outcast there, so we got some of it, right? Knight. I can't die. I could maybe get some use out of you. Unless you're corrupted, in which case you can die. Knitter, there's only 1 pair of evil. Okay. So we have 2 knitters. And we have no doppelganger or the one guy that makes 2 good ones, so one of those 2 knitters is evil. One of you 2 is bad. Here's the thing. You are contradicting each other, which means obviously one of you is lying, but the other is probably telling the truth, unless this game allows for, like, different lies. Like, the truth could be 0 pairs of evil. Actually, yeah, there could be 0 pairs of evil, because they're all evenly spread out. And you're both lying, and you're telling different lies. You're lying saying it's 1, you're lying saying it's 2, and it's actually 0. Not sure if the game does that. I'm more inclined to believe that maybe you're both telling the truth and you're lying, or you're both lying and you're telling the truth. We know you're good because you're an outcast and you're the only one, and outcasts can't be corrupted, so you're guaranteed to be good and telling the truth. So I could use you to check for corruption, and if the corruption is correct, you could check for evil. I could have you check the knight for corruption, and if they're not corrupted, I can then do, like, the death test on them. And then if the knights, you know, I mean, what that would do is that would let me know whether or not that would just help me narrow if you're telling the truth or not. But that doesn't help me in the rest of the situation. I could just take the risk and, okay, you were corrupted and I lost 9 hit points. Doesn't really matter. It's, yeah, we're still surviving, right? Okay, so you were corrupted, but I saved your corrupted ability to check elsewhere is the important thing. I think you get a freebie every, like, village, right? Which means you're lying. Which means you are, so you are lying. That's what we know you're lying. Most evils clockwise. I mean, if it's evils right here, and nothing here or here, it's possible. 4, 2, and 6. Villager, outcast, minion. I mean, if you're telling the truth, there's a minion there. If you're lying, doesn't really... If you're lying, it could be... I don't even know what your lies look like. I need to check, like, the right person for corruption. So you got corrupted by somebody. The thing is, you could corrupt somebody at random. Like, the Plague Doctor makes the corruption things really hard. Let's check you for corruption. Not corrupted. So you're telling the truth, or you're evil. Let's just go ahead and assume you're the bad guy. Yep, that's what I thought. Because you know how early we talked about these guys were linked up? It could have also been, like, both good, right? If you're not corrupted, that's a lie, so you're also bad. Okay, I think I just got lucky. I think we just got lucky there. I think we just had a 50-50, and we failed that 50-50, and here we just got lucky and got the correct 50-50 there. I don't think I really deduced a whole lot here. 4 or 8 is a twin minion, so that's a lie, we knew that. Close evils clockwise. I mean, that is correct unless there's an evil right there. which I'm disinclined to believe. I'm guessing you're probably correct. You're saying there's 2 pairs of evil. If you're telling the truth, how would there be 2 pairs of evil when there are only 3 evil available? There's only 3 evil. Oh, I guess they can tell different lies, because I think there's 0 pairs of evil. I think you're evil. Yeah. Good to know. They can. We just got lucky that. We just got very lucky. That could have easily been. Yeah. So they can tell different lies. Good to know. Had some good luck here. Lilith. At night, kill a random unrevealed character. Deal 2 damage to you. I lie in disguise. So I just take damage. You get a full heal after every fight, so might as well, like, hurt some people, right? What do we have here? So, at night. So, like, every time I take an action, I just take 2 damage. You just kill unrevealed characters at random. 2 minions is not bad. A doppelganger is a bit tricky. We do this. Oh, I see. There's a night cycle. Reveal a card. The clock ticks. After 4 ticks, the night falls. During the night, some demons might kill various characters and take action. After every character is active, the game returns daytime. So just as I do things, we're just going to You're going to randomly kill things, which could end up being you randomly killing a twin minion or something, right? Maybe? Between 4, 6, and 7, there's a minion villager. Okay, so I'm not sure how useful you are, frankly. There's another one. I got a knight. I can't die. Is there any corruptors? No corruptors is huge. There's no corruption here, which is amazing for us. Which means I can do the kill test on you. Does this count as an action? Does not. You have passed the kill test, which means you are good. You are good. Check this one over here. Slayer. If evil picked, execute it. I'm just gonna open another one, and Lilith will just slay somebody at random, do 2 damage to me. And there it is. Okay. I flip it. Cannot be revealed. Okay, so you've killed something. Close to evil is equidistant. So you're either saying it's here and here. Can't be here and here because you're good. Here and here, or here and here. Alright. Gotta flip another one. Another knight is huge for us. The fact there's no corruption makes this a lot easier. Aha! Was the minion? Okay. You're saying closest evil is equidistant, which, if you're telling the truth, means the Slayer is bad. If you're not telling the truth, then you're bad. Or all 3 of you could be bad, right? No. If you're bad, then you'd be telling the truth, which a bad guy would not do. So one of you is evil, not both. So I can have you try to kill them. You try to kill them. I couldn't kill number 4. Okay. I don't think... So... how's that work? If you were evil and you were good, you would just kill them. If you were good and you were evil, I don't think the evil Slayer actually can kill. I think you're evil. Yep. And it's Lilith as well, so the night cycle doesn't matter anymore. It's huge for us. And the easy last villager so far. Number 3 is good. We know you're the bad guy. Let's check a few more here. 1's evil, 4, 2, 5. Wait! Oh, there's no unrevealed cards. But apparently, their ability still works even after they're dead. There's just no unrevealed cards for them to get. Something to keep in mind. Oh, you know, you're the last one. This last one, that was an easy one. That was an easy one. There we go. Lovely. Ascension complete. And we can go ahead and get Ascension 4 in the next video, maybe? I feel like doing another. But that's it. Thanks for watching. And I've got plenty more videos you can watch too. Like this one right here. See you next time.